Everyone's talking about disruption and innovation, and there is this perception that the next wave of innovation in the auto industry is going to come from Silicon Valley, from companies like Google or Apple or Tesla, not from an auto company. What is your reaction to that?
Well, first of all, at General Motors, we have a lot of assets and we're disrupting ourselves. Start with connectivity. General Motors has had OnStar in the vehicle for almost 2 decades in North America. We're now expanding to Europe, we're in China, and to South America. So when you look at having embedded connectivity, that's a strength that we have, and it's a foundation for much of what people want to do with their cars. Because we all have our mobile devices, we want that same connectivity when we're in the vehicle, and GM is best positioned to provide that. I would also say there's many things we do with companies in Silicon Valley. So I think there's a new age emerging where there's cases where you partner and there's cases where you're going to be competing. And I think General Motors is well positioned, and we fully intend on being part of the key industry or key companies that define the next wave and generation of personal mobility.
Could you see General Motors partnering with Google or Apple or even Tesla?
Well, we do today. Right now we have Apple CarPlay in our vehicles and we have Android Auto. So we're already enabling connectivity, and we've gone across more models than any other OEMs.
You hear this all the time, but there's a lot of hype about Tesla, and not because it has an electric car, but a hype about it being an innovation leader. What do you think of Tesla?
From an electric vehicle perspective, they've got products on the road. I focus on the fact that we have the Volt, and now we have the Bolt coming out. And when you look at the Bolt, 200-mile range, affordable around $30,000, we're looking at providing electrification and that opportunity for the mainstream customer, for the masses.
You talk a lot about the driverless car, and I know you've been making some plans for autonomous driving and car sharing and things like that, but is this close to reality, or is it a pipe dream?
It's definitely close to reality. I think it's happening today. I mean, the technology in its first form exists today. Again, when you look at the vehicle we'll put on the road next year with Super Cruise, where you can take your hands off the wheel, feet off the pedals, on highways at both at speed and in stop and go. I mean, that to me says it's here.